Hello everybody, my name is Jack and welcome back. Welcome back for another Italian language lesson. Today is gonna be a lesson about prepositions. Yeah, prepositions are tiny particles, pretty much like conjunctions. I made a video about usage of Italian conjunctions. However, don't watch it now. I suggest you to watch it later. Now focus on this very video. Prepositions are invariable particles, meaning the part of the sentence that doesn't change, nor gender nor number, although you need to learn their pronunciation and their function inside the sentence. Of course, prepositions always are used to put together different parts of the sentence. Often they introduce complements. And do you want to know a trick I use to learn prepositions? Well, I've just memorized them like this: di, a, da, in, con, su, per, tra, fra. These ones are the 9 basic prepositions you can find in Italian language. Basic prepositions, no less, no more. Later I will explain you how to form composite prepositions, because you can add the 9 basic prepositions to all the articles. Don't worry, I will save that lesson for later. For the moment, just focus on basic prepositions, because if you can master those basic prepositions, you can pretty much deal with everyday basic Italian like a charm. Let's start with the first preposition, di. Uses an argument. Professor Jack è un insegnante di italiano. Professor Jack is a teacher of Italian. In this case, the preposition di introduces the arguments, or often indicates a material something is composed of. Professor Jack è di acciaio. Professor Jack is made of steel. Of steel. I'm introducing a complement that specifies the material something is made of. Di indicates possession. So, questo canale è di Jack. This channel belongs to Jack. It can be considered the counterpart of Saxon genitive. Questa casa è di Jack. This is Jack's house. Preposition di can also introduce the way you're doing something. Sono di fretta. I'm in a hurry. Di also can introduce complements relative to a time, because I can say io dormo di notte, I sleep at night. Or di can be used often to express where do I come from. Io sono di New York. I am from New York. Moving on, preposition a. I talk about preposition a in this other video, my companion on Traveler's Guide. So I explain briefly how to use the preposition a. It is often used to express the motion to a place. Io viaggio a Roma. I traveled to Rome. But also a can be used when I want to say that I'm in a place. Io sono a Roma. I am in Rome. A it is also used to introduce a thing or a person which is the destination of an action. Like sto parlando a Bruce. I'm talking to Bruce. So Bruce is receiving my action. So when we add a consonant to a, we create a new preposition. Da, it is kind of the opposite of a, because if a mainly describes a motion to a place, da instead describes the action of coming from a place. Io vengo da Milano. I'm coming from Milan. Da it is often used to describe an action that lasts for some time. Sto lavorando da stamattina. I'm working since this morning. Da it is also very important because it introduces a meaning of something. The English gerundius is used to describe the meaning of an object. In Italian it is expressed by the preposition da. Questa è una macchina da scrivere. This is a writing machine. Then in. In, guess what? It is very similar to English because it indicates in. Yep. You know. Bevo tè in giardino. I drink tea in the garden. In introduce the complements that specify the place that I'm doing the action or where the action happens. And it is also used in place of a to indicate motion into a place. When I'm talking about regions, states, viaggio in Italia. In, it is also very important because it expresses feelings and sentiments. Mi sento in colpa. I feel bad. And in, it is also used to indicate the means of transportations. Viaggio in aereo. I travel by plane. I use the preposition in. In is used to indicate a place in time, moments of the year or in the day. In estate fa caldo. In summer it is hot. Then the preposition con. Often it is used to introduce into the sentence the person or a thing with we are doing something. For instance, sono con mio fratello. I am with my brother. And con it is also important because it indicates the tool that I'm using to doing something. Sto registrando con la camera. I'm recording with the camera. Preposition su, it is very simple because can be translated into English on or above. Il libro è sul tavolo. The book is on the table, is above the table. Whenever you want to formulate the phrase, the concept is the same. Per, it is another preposition used to express time, a duration of an action. Da and per could have similar function. That's why it is easy to misplace those two prepositions. However, da it is more used to indicate when the action started. So it can be translated with the English since, while the preposition per it is often used to indicate the real duration of the action. Ho studiato per 10 anni. I studied for 10 years. Then finally we have the last two prepositions, tra and fra. They sound similar because they have similar purpose. It is the preposition to indicate something that is just between two different items. Io studio tra inglese e italiano. I'm studying between English and Italian. So if tra and fra have the same function, how do we choose between them? The main drive is which letter comes after the preposition. Tra fratelli, between brothers. Fra fratelli could be technically correct, grammatical wise. However, is a little bit cacophonic. And the opposite, if the word starts with T or another hard consonant, in Italian you want to use fra Trento e Trieste, between Trento and Trieste. Another trick is preposition a becomes ad if the following word starts with a vowel. Io vado ad Agrigento. I'm going to Agrigento, because you have two vowels clashing together, therefore you just place a little consonant to make it sound better. For the same reason, the preposition D can lose its vowel and become D and apostrophe the, if of course after D there's vowel. È fatto d'osso. it is made by bones. The os, so it is technically correct. However, it is better to take out the vowel from the preposition and place an apostrophe. So you have only one vowel divided into consonants. Ladies and gentlemen, class is over. I hope you enjoyed the video. If that happens, please hit the subscribe and like button. But most importantly, speak like a genius.